जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतस्य अर्थेष्वभिज्ञस्मराणि तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषां धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि कस्मै येन विभासितो यमतुलो ज्ञानः प्रदीपः पुराम् तद्रूपेण च नारदाय मुनये कृष्णाय तद्रूपिणाम् योगीन्द्राय तदात्मनाथ भगवद्राताय कारुण्यतः तच्छुद्धम् विमलम् विशोकम् अमृतम् सत्यम् परम् धीमहि धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणाम् सताम् वेद्यम् वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदम् तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किंबा परैः ईश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषिभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितम् फलम् शुकमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतम् पिबत भागवतम् रसम् आलयम् मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमवेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितितिर्षतां तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनाम् सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यम् सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं हृदसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः Amma has asked me to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam, especially on Bhakti in Srimad Bhagavatam. And somebody asked Tyagaraja, Saint Tyagaraja, what is Bhakti? Tyagaraja said, it's a famous Kirtana, Teliyaledu Rama Bhakti Margamillo. I do not know what Bhakti is, Rama Bhakti is. A saint like Tyagaraja says, I do not know what is Bhakti. I do not know what Bhakti is. Adi Shankara says, Bhakti is a mother. She is a mother. She fondles you till you reach spiritual perfection. Shivananda Lahari. It's a very beautiful verse in Shivananda Lahari. It says, Bhaktarbhakam Rakshati. The Bhakti mother, he says, Bhaktarbhakam Rakshati. Anandashruvirathanodi pulakam Naimalyatachchadanam vacha shankhamukhe sthitaischa Jatharapurtim charitramrtaihi Rudrakshirbhasidena devavapushaha Raksham bhavat bhavana paryanke viniveshya Bhakti janani bhaktarbhagam rakshati. Arbhaga means small child, little baby. So we are all, in spiritual field, we are all babies. We are little children. And this Bhakti Mata knows how to take you to the epitome of spiritual realization. How to take you to the highest state of experience, the Paramahamsa Sthiti. So the Bhagavata is Paramahamsa Samhita. All of you, I think they are all attending this Bhagavatam class here. Is it not? So you will see in every chapter when it concludes, what is written there? Iti Srimad Bhagavate Paramahamsyam Samhitayam. This is a Samhita of Paramahamsas. Paramahamsa means he sees only God everywhere. We see only matter everywhere, he sees only God. The Hamsa Vidya. Hamsa, if you mix milk and water to that swan, it will extract milk from that mixture. So it is called Hamsa. So a Paramahamsa, he knows how to behold only Ishvara in this creation, not to see any person here. Not to see any Raga Dvesha, to have any Raga Dvesha here. You just listen. You need not write. See, if you write, you will lose. Vyasa has not told that you write, you will understand. He said, Shushru Shubhis Takshanat. If you listen, that very moment, Lord will enter you. If you write, your brain will operate, then you will not listen. We need not collect anything. We have to give up everything. There is nothing to collect. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi used to say, a day will come when you have to forget all your learning. So spirituality is actually unlearning. It's a process of unlearning. We have learned enough. Now we need a path to go to the source, where God is more important to you than world. God is more important to you than anything. So you are ready to give up even learning. Bhagavatam means Bhakti. It is not even this book. Usually those who speak on Bhagavatam, these Bhagavatakaras, people say they are Bhagavatottamas. No. Bhagavatottama means he need not even know Bhagavatam. If he has Bhakti, Sarvabhuteshu yah pashyet bhagavad bhavam atmanah bhutani bhagavati atmani esha bhagavatottama. One who sees Krishna everywhere, one who perceives God everywhere, in everyone, he is a Bhagavatottama. He need not be a learned scholar. I have heard a very funny story, very beautiful story in fact, but it will look very funny. It's about a Christian priest. It came long back in mountain path. One Christian priest, he wanted, what is their regular job? To convert everybody. So he wanted to convert more and more people. So he was moving about in many places. And wherever he found people are not Christian, he will put maximum effort, either through wealth or through teaching Bible or through compulsion or even through force. He will convert. So this priest was moving about, and one day he has converted almost all his areas. He will convert them, Christianize them, give them some name, and he will teach certain Christian prayer. It should be learned by heart, and every day they have to chant that prayer. So that is also a kind of compassion for them, because they think that unless you are a Christian, you will be put into eternal damnation, hell. So they also love you, so they want you to go to heaven. Only a Christian can go. Even Muslims, they also love you, so they want you to be Muslim so that you can go to heaven, otherwise you will be put in hell. So this person was moving about, this priest was moving about, converting everybody, destroying all other cultures. That is what they have done all through history. Africa also, aborigines, they had many religions, they destroyed everything. In Australia there were religions that was destroyed. So like that this priest was moving about. One day one man came to him and told, there is an island, there are a group of people there, they are having a very, very uncultured religion. We don't know who taught them. They speak some unknown language, some useless prayer. They don't know how to write or read. I don't know who is their priest. So we will go and give them convert them. So this priest, he was a missionary. So he was a militant person. So he went there. Then he went around, saw the people, spoke to many, and they said, we are doing these prayers. They were all very happy people. They were all very happy people. The happiness and learning has nothing to go with. We think that by learning we will have happiness. No. Actually, learning is the difficulty. In Bhagavatam there is a verse which says, the totally unlearned person will be happy, and the person who has transcended the intellect also will be happy. And the intermediary people are in difficulty. Is a Bhagavatam verse. Yasya mudhatamo loke yastu buddhehe param gataha tavubhau sugamedhete klishyati antarito janaha. Those who are in the middle, they are all bound to suffer. So, for us, of course we learn. The purpose of learning is to go beyond the intellect. Not to be caught in the brain and to think that I know this, I know that. To transcend the brain, to transcend the intellect. So this person went there. Happiness has nothing to do with this kind of knowledge. Why I say this? This modern survey has proved the happiest people in this world are Bangladeshis. Those who don't have even food to eat, good clothing to wear. And the so-called America where we rush, they are put in the 46th place. With so much wealth, they are 46th. India is 5th. India is 5th. Their modern survey proves India is 5th. And the most pauper country is 1st. So money and happiness do not go together. Rarely they go. That is also not ruled out. Because in Bhagavatam you see Ambarisha, a king, rolling in wealth, but always immersed in bhakti. So much wealth inside, Akshaya Ratna Abharanayudhadishu Ananta Kosheshu Akarota Asanmati. He has Ananta Kosha. So much of treasure for him, but he felt it. This is our asat. Lord alone is real. So this priest, he went to that island. He went around and saw the people there. They were all happy people, but they were not Christians. And the prayer they were doing were also meaningless for him. He said, what kind of prayer you are doing? Something meaningless chanting. Who taught you this? They said, we have 3 saints here. They taught us. If you wish, we will take you to them. I said, I will go and see them. With all paraphernalia, all golden crown, all that gold stick, with a lot of followers, this priest searched that saints. They were wearing only sack. They were called desert masters. They were only wearing sack, dirty clothes, sitting in sand, doing something. And this priest went, the moment they saw this priest with so much of adambara, they stood up and they showed as if they were afraid. They felt, oh, you are a great person, we don't know anything, you have come to see us. What should we do? This priest said, you are teaching these people all these absurd things? This meaningless prayer? You don't know Bible? He said, what is Bible? Is it something to eat? No, it is our sacred text, the only way to heaven. Oh, we don't know that. Now I declare that from today onwards you are all Christians. You will be all, what they call, baptized. I will teach you Bible. And then you teach these people. I don't want to mix with these cultureless people. You teach them. Then this priest tried his level best to teach these saints Bible. They could not even pronounce one sentence. So he tried to teach them one paragraph. That also failed. Then one prayer, something like God, save us, give us our daily bread, something like that. That also they could not chant. Again and again he tried, he failed. Ultimately he said, I'll at least say, oh God, give us daily bread. Once they will say, again they will forget. These saints. He could not recognize them as saints. He felt they are unlearned beggars. So he somehow taught them this prayer and they learnt it. We will teach this to these people, they said. After that, this priest will move towards his boat. He was going by boat. Again the saints will run behind him and say, forgot, please teach us again. So he will again teach them. After that, somehow the priest felt, I have taught them enough. I have never met such an idiotic group of people anywhere. Now I have to escape from this place. He got into the boat and the boat was moving. Suddenly he found a light in the ocean. He saw what it is. He found these 3 saints running in the water and asking, oh teacher, we forgot, please teach us. He was shocked because they were walking right on the water and they were not conscious, they were so much great Siddha Purushas. Then he fell straight on their feet and said, I wanted to teach you because only Siddhi can work these things, these people. So, learning is only a way to recognize Lord who is already within you. It is not for the intellect. Learning is the process, learning Bhagavatam is the process for which, that is why we don't learn Bhagavatam. We do only Parayana. We don't study Bhagavatam like the school book. You do daily Parayana, slowly it seeps within, it's just like, without touching the surface brain, it goes to the depth, to the heart. And you feel each and every word tells upon you with so much weight, so much love, so much bhakti. And Bhagavatam is Pratyaksha Krishna Swarupa. You have Bhagavatam with you, you have Krishna with you. You have Lord with you. And Bhagavatam, you know how it begins. Satyam Param Dhimahi. It begins with Satyam Param Dhimahi. It concludes with Satyam Param Dhimahi. The first verse is Satyam Param Dhimahi. Almost the last verse is Satyam Param Dhimahi. And between these two Satyam Param Dhimahi, the Bhagavatam comes. And what is this Bhagavata Bhakti? What is this Bhagavata Bhakti? In the very beginning, where Bhagavatam happens, takes place. All of you can understand, follow English, no? So, Bhagavatam takes place in Naimisharanya Kshetra. Animesha Kshetra. Naimishe Animisha Kshetre. This said Animisha Kshetra. Animisha means Lord or Devas. And Kathashramana Kshetra. So, when Suta is telling these Lord's stories, these people will sit without blinking. With unblinking eyes, they will sit. Because when you listen with so much love, even the eyelids fail to blink, flicker. So without flickerless eyelids, they sit. So that Kshetra itself is Animisha Kshetra. There is one version. With so much attention, so much love, all these devotees are sitting there. And a yaga is going on. Into that Yagashala Suta arrives. And before the next Ahuti, the morning Ahuti is already finished. Huta Huta Agnayaha. They have finished the morning Ahuti. And before starting the next session, in between, during the interval, Shaunaka Maharshi is asking Suta, tell me what we should do. Because you are the dearest disciple of Vyasa, not only that, you have been initiated by Shukacharya. You know where it happens in Bhagavatam? Have you heard? The last portion, Shukacharya has given Parikshit a teaching, the Brahmopadesha. He said, O king, don't be deluded that death is real. Tvam tu rajan marishyeti pashubuddhimimam jahi. O Parikshit, don't think that you are going to die because you were never born. This body is born and the body grows and the body dies, but you are not this body, you are the self. Tvam tu rajan marishyeti pashubuddhimimam jahi na jataha tvam. Pragabhuto de dehavatvam nanankshyasi. You don't have dehavatvam at all. So know that you are Brahman. Aham Brahma param dhama brahmaham paramam padam. Evam samikshan atmanam atmanyadhaya nishkale. Dashantam takshakam pade. Lelihanam vishananihi na drakshasi shariram cha vishwam cha prathakatmanaha. If you remain in that state, you will not see takshaka or the world or your own body which is being bitten by takshaka as apart from the self. You will see everything as Atman. You will see everything as Brahman. You will not see anything other than Lord here. So remain in that state. The greatest Upadesha was given and suddenly Shukacharya became silent and looked around. So many people are sitting there. For Shukacharya, Parikshit is important because Parikshit is the Mukhya Shrota. If I look at you and speak, you are Mukhya Shrota. But somebody there is affected. Practically, I am only teaching you, but somebody who is not directly listening to me, sitting somewhere, whom I am not aiming at, gets affected by the teaching and blossoms. Parikshit was given the teaching, Parikshit got. Siddhosmi, Anugrahitosmi, said Parikshit. He declared, I am Siddha, I am Anugrahita, I am blessed. By your grace, I have crossed death, I have become fearless. Abhaya Pratishtha. But after giving that teaching, Shukacharya just looked at, and there in the corner this boy Suta, Ugrasravas, the son of Romaharshana, was sitting immersed in Samadhi. Here he is giving the teaching to Parikshit only, but that arrow fell on him also. He was shot. Guru Bhan Chataya, Kabir says that Guru aimed an arrow and shot at me and I was finished. So that Suta, Ugrasravas, was sitting in a corner, he got affected by the teaching and he was impregnated with experience. Then Shukacharya told this Suta, he will continue the Bhagavata Sampradaya. Because Parikshit's case is over. Now Takshaka will come and Takshaka will burn his body. So the teaching given to Parikshit is over there. But this Ugrasravas, this Suta, who was sitting there, he got affected by the teaching. He realized the Lord. And then Shukacharya also recognized it and told, this boy will continue this Sampradaya. Through him Bhagavata will spread everywhere. So that Suta Mahamuni has entered this Yagashala. So seeing him, Saunaka is a great Rishi. You can see him appearing in many Upanishads. Brihadaranyaka is there. In Mundakopanishad is there. Saunaka Maharshi asks, Kasmin Bhagavo Vijñate Sarvamidam Vijñatam Bhavati. In the Mundakopanishad. He is the questioner. So he is a Bahuricha. Bahuricha means he is the Rishi for many riks, many mantras. So this Saunaka Maharshi is asking Suta, please tell us Bhagavatam. What should we do? We here are performing a yaga which will be continued for 1,000 years. In between, we only know this fire and the smoke. And we don't know how much smoke has gathered inside us. So you are the blazing light of jnana. You have come here. Tell us what should we do. Then Suta told, Dharmasya hyabhavagyasya nartho arthayopakalpate nartasya dharmaikantasya kamo labhayahi smritaha kamasya nendriya pritil labho jiveda जीवस्य तत्वजिज्ञासा नार्थो यस्येह कर्मभिः वदन्ति तत्तत्त्वविदस्तत्त्वं यज्ञानमद्वयं ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवानिति शब्द्यते. Hey Shaunaka, that one truth, that non-dual awareness, whom some people call as Brahman, others call as Bhagavan, others call as Paramatma, he should be realized. That is the purpose of life. You do all these yaga yajnas and accrue punya, and the purpose of dharmanushtana is not to achieve worldly success. It is not to achieve any wealth. The ultimate purpose of all dharmanushtana is chitta shuddhi, and when the mind becomes pure, your inner intelligence wakes up and goes you towards realization. It tells you that you have to realize God in this very life. Before the body falls, you have to know Him. Before the body dies, you have to realize the Spirit which is lodged within you, who is none other than Vasudeva. So to know that Vasudeva Tattvam is the purpose of life. Bhakti. So, how to know Him? The Bhaktya Krishna Purasthita. Do Bhakti. And what is Bhakti? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Sparanam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. The heart of Bhakti is Atma Nivedana. You completely surrender to Him, that is Atma Nivedana is Bhakti. But how to surrender? See, there are two paths. One is enquiry, the other is surrender. Either you enquire or you surrender. Either you investigate, who am I, what is my real nature. Or, when it is impossible for you completely, if you accept Lord as the dearmost one to you, surrender to Him. Both takes you to the same state. One is to know and subside, the other is to subside and know. Either you surrender and know, or you know and surrender. If you know yourself, naturally the ego will disappear. If you surrender to the Lord, naturally the ego will disappear. Then also you will know yourself. So the knowledge, Atma-jnana, has to happen. The Atma-jnana comes through surrender or through Atma-vichara. Both are there in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is actually a Jnana Shastra. It is not my version. Bhagavatam says, Jnanah pradipah pura. Kasmai yena vibhasido yamatulo Jnanah pradipah pura. But it is filled with bhakti. Bhakti is not a separate path. You need the help of bhakti in all paths. Whether it is karma marga, jnana marga, yoga marga, in whatever path you go, bhakti is indispensable. Without bhakti, nothing is possible. So bhakti is jnana mata. And bhakti mata, she gives birth to jnana and vairagya. Bhakti jnana viraganam sthapanaya prakashita. You want happiness in life. As Sridhar told, I think he told that because I don't know anything about anything Kannada. But I think he told about having happiness, sukha. To have that happiness, inward happiness, shanti, nityotsavam bhavatyesham nityashrihi nityamangalam esham hridisto bhagavan mangalayatano harihi. whosoever heart Hari resides, Lord resides, for him every day is a utsava, it's a celebration. Nityotsavam bhavati, Nityashrihi, all time he is prosperous, because prosperity means Shanti. Shanti samruddham amritam. Prosperity doesn't mean money. The wealthy people are mostly in the world, they are beggars. A beggar, a sannyasi may carry a begging bowl in his hand, but he is only carrying a begging bowl in his hand. Mostly rich people carry begging bowl in their mind. Their mind itself is a begging bowl. They want this, they want that. They are the beggars of peace. So that peace, that Shanti, unless it fills your heart, you will not be satisfied in this world. Whatever you may achieve externally. A king like Parikshit was not satisfied, was not happy. Muchukunda, a emperor in Ikshvaku dynasty, he was not happy. He went to fight in the Swarga. He helped Devas. By the time many centuries passed in earth, even if he comes back, he cannot see his wife or children. Many generations have passed. So when he had to go back, Devas asked him, what do you want? Muchukunda said, I want realization. I want Bhagavat Sakshatkara. Deva said, it is impossible for us to give it. Because if we could do that, why we are here in this Devaloka? So ask something else. Muchukunda said, I am not ready to ask anything. Because if I ask something, I will get it, and from it some other karma will come, and I will be bound, and I can never go out. I will be bound in samsara. So I don't want to add to the already existing bondage. So either give me Bhagavat Sakshatkara, or I am already exhausted. Give me a boon so that I have now a nice sleep. See, even that was dangerous. Because, see, nobody can give you good only. If somebody gives you something good, some bad will come with it. Free. As you buy something with money, they will say, something will come free. And that free will be very dangerous. So this person, this emperor, this king, he asked for sleep. Deva said, you go and sleep in the forest, in the cave, have a nice sleep, sound sleep. But nobody will disturb you. Muchukunda thought that will be a great blessing, because in palace you cannot sleep. Because everybody will come and wake you up. All these bandis, boring people, they will come in the morning. Uttishto Tishta Rajendra, they will say. Your face is like the moon. He feels sleepy. And these people comes and say, your face is like moon, wake up. So he felt it is so boring. I will go and sleep in the cave. Day and night you can sleep. But whoever comes and wakes you up, shakes you up, if you look at him, if they forcefully wake you up, if you look at him, he will be burnt to ashes. Muchukunda said, why you are giving me this boon? I only asked for sleep. You could very well bless me to sleep. Why you want me to burn somebody? That is our way. Devanam, Bhutanam, Devacharitam, Dukkhayecha, Sukhayecha. We cannot give only Sukha. With all Sukha, we will give something free, and that is troublemaking. And that will have some purpose to serve in the world. So then Muchukunda went and slept in a cave. He was a very mature king, because he was a great yogi. Navamaskanda, it is given Muchukundam cha yoginam. He had practiced lot of pranayama, lot of yoga sadhana. Then he found that whatever sadhana you may do, you may achieve some states, some kind of powers, but the ego remains and gives you trouble. Whatever you do, you feel you are a yogi, or you are a jnani, you are a bhakta, whatever you do, something creeps in. You are not able to give your personality totally to Lord. So he felt sleep is the only state where the ego is not giving you trouble, so let me sleep. When Lord comes and gives me realization, then let it happen. Otherwise, it is better that we will not give at least trouble to others. So in that cave he slept. In that cave he slept. And it was Lord's duty to wake him up. And his boon should not be negatively used, that somebody will be burnt. So, when Krishna was staying in Dwaraka, in Mathura, he has killed Kamsa. He was in Mathura. And you know the story, that Jarasandha came to attack Krishna many times. They say it is 17 times with 23 Akshauhinis he came. That Mahabharata war is only 18 days, only 11 plus 7, 18 Akshauhinis. But here 17 times with 23 Akshauhinis. Jarasandha came and all these Akshauhinis will be finished and this person will again go. He will be left because he was in charge. It's just like these lorry drivers bringing sand. He will go and bring and they will be finished. Bhubhara Kshavanam. So that was continuing. And suddenly Narada looked through the Jataka of Kalayavana. He was also a fighter. His hand was always shaking to fight with somebody. So Narada looked at his Jataka. His Shani was on the Ashtama Sthana. Time for death. So he says, go to Krishna and fight. That Yadava boy is growing more and more proud. You are the only person to fight with him, go and fight. And then this Kalayavana, see, this is the great power of saints. See, the only way through which you can realize God is by the grace of saints. Even to this Kalayavana, who wanted to fight, Narada gave him this message that go and fight with Krishna. Then he asked, how will be Krishna looking at? He said, that shloka is so beautiful there in Bhagavatam. If you take it, you can see it. And that Dashamaskanda Uttarardha, second chapter is the Uttarardha. You see, before Rukmini Kalyanam. You take that portion. You give me that book. If it is Devanagari, give. Not Kannada. Devanagari script is there. It's a beautiful description of Lord. See, Narada has given the description of Lord to Kalayavana. So this Kalayavana, actually Yavana means a foreigner. He is not an Indian. Perhaps he is a Greek person or somebody from Middle East. Some who do not belong to this Aryavarta. Yavanas mostly Greek people are Yavanas. Actually Muslims are not. These Yavanas are mostly Greek people. Kirada Hunandra Pulinda Pulkasa Abhira Kankaha Yavanaha Kasadayaha Shuddhyanti. Even they get purified. So this Kala Yavana, all this connection was there. Connection with Persia, connection with Middle East, everything was there in that period. When that Raghuvamsha, before Sri Rama, Raghu goes to that places to fight. So this Kalayavana was given the message that Krishna is waiting for you. He is the right person to fight with you. Go and fight. Have a fight with him. Then this Kalayavana said to Narada, please give me a description of that Yadava boy. I want to find him. Because people say that he changes to various forms. Give me a description. Narada said, very much, I will love to give you that description. Go and see him. Then we don't know what Narada taught. But Kalayavana goes and challenges Krishna. And the fourth door was opened. Krishna said to Balarama, take the entire army and fight with Jarasandha, because the east side of the fort, Jarasandha is camping with all his army. On the west side of the fort, this person has come with his army to fight. So Krishna said, go and fight. I will see with this person. And the west side of fort door was opened and Lord comes out. No weapon. Chadurbuja Murti Nilameka Shyamalam. No weapon tam vilokya vinishkrantam. Ujjihanamivodupam. Darshaniyadamam Shyamam Pita Kausheya Vasasam. Srivatsavakshasam Brajat Kaustuva Muktakandharam. Pruthu Dirgha Chadurbahum Navakanjarunekshanam. Nitya Pramudidam Srimat Sukapolam Shuchismitam. Mukharavindam Bibhranam Spuran Magarakundalam. Vasudevo hi ayam iti puman Srivatsa Lanchanaha. Chadurbujo Aravindakshaha Vanavali Atisundaraha. These are all descriptions of Kalayavana. He is looking. Chadurbujo Aravindakshaha Srivatsa Lanchana Sriman. That Srivatsa, that Lanchana is there in Lord's chest. If you have to look at it, you have to look very close. That means Krishna is standing very close to Kalayavana without any weapon. And this person is looking at each and every anga of the Lord and fascinated so much. At one side you see he has come to fight. But another side he was fascinated looking at the Srivatsa, looking at the Chadurbahu and all these forms. Darshaniya Tamam Shyamam. You cannot take your eyes from him. He is Darshaniya Tama. That superlative degree. You can see him in one form. He is Darshaniya Tara, Darshaniya Tama. Once you look at him, you cannot look at anybody else. So Darshaniya Tamam Shyamam, dark hue with dark color of the clouds. Pita Kausheya Vasasam, that golden colored Pitambara. Srivatsa Vakshasam, and the chest he looked, that Srivatsa is glowing. On the right side of the chest, that is the Jnana Linga. That is why Ramana Bhagavan said, you have the self-experience on the right side of the heart. On the right side of the heart, that Srivatsa was glowing, he was looking at it. Srivatsa Vakshasam Bhrajat Kaustuva Muktakandharam, in that neck, that Kaustuva Ratna, Pruthudirga Chaturbahum, that long hands. That long hands, no weapons. You can have weaponless Chadurbahu Murti only in two places. One is here, the other place is when Lord is teaching Uddhava. He became Chadurbahu without weapons. And Ekanath Swami in his Ekanathi Bhagavat says, Lord had so much love to Uddhava because he is listening to Brahma Vidya. He wanted to embrace Uddhava and two hands were not enough. He wanted four hands to embrace him. So much of love Lord had to him that he appeared before him in Chadurbahu Murti without weapon. So here no weapons at all. Pruthudirga Chadurbahum Navakanjarunekshanam, that lotus eyes, like lotus leaves. Nitya Pramudidam Srimat Sukapolam Shuchismitam Mukaravindam Bibhranam Spuran Makarakundalam, that Makarakundala. That kundala in his ears, they looks like that Makaramatsya, that fish, that Makaramatsya. Vasudevo hi ayamiti puman Sri. This is Vasudeva. He recognizes this is Vasudeva because Narada has told me Chadurbujo Aravindakshaha, the Chadurbuja Murti Aravindakshaha Vanamali Atisundaraha. That Yavana is describing this Vanamali with Vanamala garlands in his neck and Atisundaraha. I have never seen anything more beautiful than this. Vanamali Atisundaraha Lakshanaihi Narada Proktaihi. Whatever Narada has described to me. So Narada has given him that description. Lakshanaihi Narada Proktaihi. Nanyo Bhavitumarhiti. Nobody else can be like this. This is Krishna. He has come without weapon, so I will fight with him without weapon. Nirayudaha chalan padbyam yotsi anena nirayudaha iti nishchitya yavanaha pradravantam paramu. He wanted to catch hold of him. It's just like the moon, even though it is still, when the clouds move, you see as if the moon is making the move. Like that, he felt Krishna is running. He started chasing the Lord. Krishna ran. He also chased him. He said, stand, stand, I am too hefty. I cannot run like you. If you want to fight, fight with me. Don't run like this. It does not befit you. I have heard that you are a hero and you are running. And he chased him to that mountain top. See, this is Krishna's prank. This hefty man, he cannot even walk. Eating all kind of meat, flesh, very hefty. He makes him climb that big hill. And suddenly Krishna entered into the cave where Muchukunda was snoring. And disappeared. There this Kalayavana followed him. With bated breath, he entered there. He found somebody was sleeping with a golden colored blanket. He felt this is Krishna. He wants to deceive me, coming here as if lying down and sleeping. Then with his legs, he just kicked him. Suddenly Muchukunda was jolted. He removed the blanket and woke up and looked at this Kalayavana. In a moment he was electrocuted. Burnt to ashes. He could not even know who came in front of him. Next moment he was burnt. He was burnt. There was no Kalayavana there. And suddenly Muchukunda looked at the cave in which he was lying down. It was filled with Sattva Prakasha. It was filled with a kind of golden light. The whole atmosphere was so powerful, so sacred, so soothing. Filled with love as if you can touch it. And there he found a divine being standing before him. There he found the divine form standing before him. And seeing that form, Muchukunda asked, who are you? Who are you? Ko bhavaniha samprapto vipine girigahvare padbyam padmabalashabhyam vijarasi urukantake. Are you sun? Or are you moon? Or the Indra? Or any gods? I feel you are the Lord of all gods. You are the Purushottama. Otherwise, this kind of radiance is impossible. Who are you? Then Lord said, that is the question I have to ask you. How do you want to know me? I have had many births, many forms, manifold forms. In this form I am being called as Vasudeva. O King, do you want anything from me? Ask, and it will be given. Seek, it will be given to you. Anyone who has seen me, he should not go with bare hand. Ask and I will give you whatever boon you want. See, people are waiting for Lord to appear and tell them ask something. That is why Lord never appears. Because He is afraid of us. We have so much a big list. But here, before Muchukunda, He appears and just ask, it will be given to you. What do you want? Tears comes in his eyes. King Muchukunda said, O Lord, do not delude me with your Maya. Don't make me ask anything, because desire is the sole cause for bondage. Already I am deluded. Already we are within the hypnosis of Maya, and you are asking me to ask boons? If I ask something, I know you will give. Again, I have to live in this world to enjoy it. Vimohitoyam janagīša māyaya tvadīyaya tvam na bhajati anarthadrik sukāya dukkha prabhaveshu sajjade griheshu yoshit purushascha vanjitaha. This grihastha-ashrama, it is like a well without water. And there is no way to transcend it in the world. All our available paths, it is just like jumping half the distance of the well. Is there such a method? Somebody wanted to cross the well. Easy way. Tell me a easy way so that I can go that side. First jump half, then jump half. You will go directly inside the well. Like that in the world, you want to have a simple path through which you cross samsara, but it is not possible. Because once you are inside it, you are caught. And whoever comes inside the world and who don't know what lies beyond, who has not realized the self, if he comes and tells you this is the method to be happy, it is just like a blind man leading all other blind people. Collectively they go and fall in some dangerous pit. Andhenaiva niyamana yatha andhaha. Acharya Bhagavad-pada says in Bhashyam, the world itself is a great procession of blind people. Andha parampareyam samsara sarani. He says andha parampareyam samsara. Great procession, big procession of blind people leading blind people, and their logic is perfect. Their logic is, they say, only blind man can know the difficulty of another blind man, so I will give you the lead. So all of them goes and falls into the same misery. The only way out is the graceful presence of that divine being. So Lord, please give me the teaching through which I will come out. I am already deluded. Tvadiyaya tvam na bhajati anarthadrik. People don't pay attention to this spiritual teaching. They don't do bhakti sadhana. They don't do jnana sadhana or bhakti sadhana. They are deluded by your maya. And they get attached to such things that will only give them misery. Sukhaya dukkha prabhaveshu sajjade. They want sukha, but they consume only thorns. Just like, these camels, they will eat thorns. And their mouth will bleed. Blood will come out. They will drink that blood. And again they will eat the thorns because they are addicted to thorns. Like that, we consume all these things which can give us misery. And through that we get grief. And we are addicted to it. Again we do it. It is just like itching. The more you itch, the more that flesh comes out, but you feel a strange pleasure in itching. Like that, all these things we get caught in it. There is no way to come out. So he says, Lord, your grace alone can help. I don't want anything else. Griheshu yoshit purushascha vanchitaha. We are deceived. Labdva jano durlabhamatra manusham. We have got this human body. I don't know how we got it. Kathamjit, he says, I don't find any virtue that I own through which I desire, I deserve this human body. Somehow I got. Yesterday I was telling, just like in the government school, they have an unwritten law that any student, even if he cannot write the answer of the question, at least if he can write the question paper in the paper, answer paper, he will be made to go to next class, up to 10th standard. It's an unwritten law. It's there. I'm not joking, it is there. He has to just put the question paper into the answer paper. He need not answer. So he will be taken. We laugh. Actually, only through this shortcut we have got this human body. It is Lord's grace that we have got this human body. Labdva khatamchit narajanma. Abhyangam, that too, we have all angas perfect. Eyes are there, ears are there, hand, leg, body, everything is there. At least we are healthy now. We have got all this healthy body with all angas. Padaravindam na bhajati asanmati. Says this deluded fool, this idiotic person, he wastes his life in external pursuits which will only ultimately take him to darkness. Andhakupe patita. It is like as he fallen into the dark well, waterless well. My time is gone, O Lord. See, the great thing is, you see who is the person who is telling this? He was the emperor. He was the great king of Ikshvaku dynasty, and he himself says, I was being worshipped by all Samanta kings. All other kings of the Bharatavarsha, they used to fall at my feet. Kalevaresmin Gadakudya Sannipe Nirudhamano Naradeva Ityaham. For many, many years, in this body, which is only a flesh packet, it is like a pot made of mud. I was having abhimana in this body and thinking as proud that I am a king, and vrito radhebhashva padatyanikapaihi. All, I was everywhere, all these chariots were waiting, ministers were waiting, all sycophants were waiting, everybody were around me, and all things, just I have to applaud, and things will be there in front of me. All pleasurable things will be there in front of me. Pravriddalobam vishayeshu lalasam samaraja vandida. In that state I lived, and Lord, now I feel my hand is empty. I don't have anything to say that I have earned. People are running after wealth, but I was in the top of wealth. I had all the wealth with me, all the treasure with me. Now I know that they cannot give you anything inwardly. Externally they can have everything. You can have a good AC bedroom, but sleep you will not get. You can have good food, but hunger you will not get. And I cannot have the simple joy of an ordinary person, O Lord. So please, the greatest grace that you bestowed on me is that my Rajya, my empire was taken away from me. That was the greatest grace. The next thing is, you gave me Sadhu Sangha, Satsanga, through which I came to know that there is a goal to achieve. There is a Lakshya which is not worldly. You have to realize the self. Self-realization is there. That I heard only in Satsanga. That was the greatest blessing that you gave. Bhavapa vargo brahmato yada bhaves janasya tarhi achyuta satsamagama satsangamo yarhi tadaiva sadgato paravareshe tvai jayate mati. Only then I got this lakshya. So, Lord, something like Tamil or Malayalam will come in between. So, Lord, don't give me any boons, because Paramatma Bandhanam, I will bind myself. I don't want any boon. I want that unalloyed truth which is not corrupted by Sattva, Rajas or Tamas, which will never come and go. Tasmad visarjyashisha isha sarvadaha rajas tamas sattva gunanu bandhanaha niranjanam nirgunam advayam param tvam nyapti matram purusham vrajamyaham. I want that awareness which will never fade, which always shines forth within me, which is called as nyapti. That pure nyapti matram sharanam vrajami. Otherwise, or whatever we achieve through yoga also, that will also fade. Sometimes you feel meditating, sometimes you feel sleepy, sometimes you feel angry, sometimes you feel want to work. So all these moods are there. I want that unalloyed state which will not be affected by any moods, and that truth you make me understand, recognize within me. Chiramiha, I have suffered enough, O Lord. He says, I have suffered. Chiramiha vrijinarthas tapyamano nutapai. Avitrisha shada mitraha. The 6 enemies who are lurking inside me, they are still very powerful. Avitrisha shada mitraha. Alabdha shantihi kathanjit. Without any peace, somehow I came to your feet. Alabdha shantihi kathanjit. Sharanada samupeta stvatpadabjam paratman. Abhayam ritam ashokam. Pahimapannamisha. I take refuge in you, O Lord. Protect me. Take me out of this bondage. You are fearlessness. You are deathlessness. You are sorrowlessness. Abhayam, ritam, ashokam, pahimapannamisha. Then Lord said, Oh Muchukunda, you are really a sage. You are not an ordinary king. Hey Raja Rishi, you are Raja Rishi. Because you have crossed. I tried to tempt you. See, even having a vision of God is dangerous because He will again tempt you. He said, I tried to tempt you, but you didn't fall. And even yoga practice will not give you realization because the mind will for the time being become quiet and vasanas will be there. Unless you realize the self, all these troubles will continue. So now you are free from it. I take your responsibility. Now go, wander about. All your vignas will be over. Soon you will realize the self. And this great blessing Lord bestowed on Muchukunda. And so too, if we wait upon Him, wait His grace to fall on us with so much of that heart, that love, that devotion, not seeking anything else other than Him, He will come, He will knock at your door, He will enter, He will shine forth before you, and He will tell you, ask. Then also if you refuse to ask, then He will swallow you. And that is Bhakti, that is Purnatva. And that Purnatva is bestowed on Muchukunda, and we are all Muchukundas, because we are also sleeping, no? Or sleeping. For many yugas we are being sleeping. Anadi Maya Supta. So to wake us up, some Kalayavana has to come. One day the Kalayavana will come. The time, Kalayavana means time. The time will come, death is approaching you, wake up. Death is approaching you, wake up. That Kalayavana comes and gives you a shake. Then you wake up, I am already old, O Lord. Yamabhadas will come before me now. Adibhishana Katubhashana Yamakinkara Patali. Kritatadana Paripidana Maranagama Samaye Umaya Saha Mamachetasi Yamashasana Nivasan Harashankara Shivashankara Harame Haraduritam. Take all my duritas, O Lord, rescue me. Then only that seeking, that prayer will arise from the depth. So we will pray to the Lord that we will have bhakti, we will have jnana, we will have vairagya, we will have His grace, bountiful grace. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala